What are people going to remember about you? Because you know people describe, you know the one that do this and you know, yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
Right.
So what do they say? What do they say?
Yeah.
So many memories. This woman was being talked about. She was talked about, and it's 2,000 years later, after Jesus went to the cross, and she's still being talked about tonight.
Amen.
Her fragrance filled the house. Our worship is a fragrance to God. What does God really smell when we worship? What fragrance fills the house when we worship? What does he smell? What senses in the atmosphere? You know, when Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane, the fragrance that woman put on him was still on him. She prepared his body for the burial. When Jesus went to the court of the high priest, the fragrance was still on him. When Jesus went into the presence of Pontius Pilate, the fragrance was still on him. When he went to the place where he got whipped and beaten, the fragrance was still on him. That perfume was even on the hands of the people who gambled and cast lots for Jesus' clothes. The fragrance was still on him. When he was lifted up on an old rugged cross, the fragrance was still on him. What fragrance are we leaving on the nostrils of God? She was preparing Jesus for his burial. We need to be prepping for his judgment.
All right.
What fragrance? What fragrance? What does he smell when we worship? Jesus knew that she loved him. We got to work on our character. We got to say, well, you know, some people say, well, that's just the way I am. No, that's just the way you want to be.
All right.
The best thing I could ever get in my life was a pastor that rebuked me.
All right.
Oh, it may seem hard to some people, but the best thing I ever got in my life was a pastor that stopped me and say, no, you can't do that. That was the best thing I've ever got in my life.
All right, now, fix it.
A pastor to teach me and train me and say, you do this and you do that, and if you get out of order, I'm going to let you know. How will we reach heaven if we're just doing what we want to do?
All right, all right.
So many missionaries and evangelists come up in churches and they think it's their time to fly. They think it's their time to go to 3 churches on a Sunday.
All right.
What church you belong to? Well, I really don't go to there, and I just go around there and around there. And they asked me, they gave me an invitation to their friends and family day. But what did your pastor say? He said a word to him. Out of order. We got to learn order.
Amen.
Because we teach girls, the ones in the back, those young ones, they come up and they act just like us.
All right. Let's go right.
All out of order. All attitudinal and rebuking the preacher and doing what they want to do because they think they can do it. Bringing condemnation on themselves in the house of God. If you love them, you'll rebuke them. If you love them, you'll correct them. If you love them, you'll tell them what's right. Sometimes we can love people to death. Literally to death.
And you hurt them.
Because we do more hurt than help. Jesus said it's a life, as I go to my seat, it's a life full of life. He gave his life, now he wants yours. A life full of life. The anointing will follow you if you give your life. He don't just want half of you. Not when you come to church and when you leave, you somebody else. Or when you on your job, you done turn into somebody else. A Dr. Jekyll and a Mr. Hyde kind of Christian. He don't want that kind of Christian. He wants you to be saved and sanctified wherever your feet may tread. He wants you to be the same respectable person. Any breakthroughs been going on in your life? If it hadn't, it's because you're probably not anointed. You ought to be able to pull down strongholds. He wants it all. He wants it all. Every bit of you. He knows all about us, but he wants every bit of us. Our minds, our hearts, our families, our souls, our careers, our friendships, our marriage, our singleness, our money, our bodies, and our future. He wants every bit of it. God bless you, church. God bless you.
Amen. Amen. Let's stand to our feet and give this woman of God a hand clap. Amen. For that wonderfully delivered word. Straight from God. I tell you, friend, was you in my office earlier? Do you have my office bug? Pastor, you got my office bug? Because I'm telling you now. Woo! Ouch! Huh? Ouch! Amen. Amen. At this time, we're going to pass it over to our pastor, and then we're going to pass the mic back over to the Pastor Marion so that she can open up the doors of the church and have altar come. Have your way, Pastor. Amen.
First of all, we're going to open the doors of the church first. And I try to do this so while the Spirit is flowing in the church, while the man or woman of God is giving the word. And I try to, because sometimes when you jump off into something else, it breaks, it shuts it down. Right. And we need to, and I'm not trying to pastor everybody, but my folks, my sisters and people that start doing it while the Holy Ghost is moving. Because if you do it while the anointing is moving, something will happen behind it. Amen? Pressed down, shaking together, I'll make men give unto your bosom. Right? And it's no harm, ain't nobody gonna stop you from going in. He said, in Samuel, they was getting ready. Israel, those of you all that y'all pass through this way, if y'all have an offering before you all leave, amen, if you all have an offering which y'all pass through and drop it before you all leave. And Samuel, the children of Israel, there was a man of God. And at first he was just a man that was counseling the children of Israel. But he got promoted to prophet. And Samuel told him, he said, what must we take? The prophet. What must we take him? He gonna tell us something. He gonna lead us in the right. He gonna give us a word. But we got to take him something. That's what the word says. We got to take him something. Look, not to influence him, but we already know what we're going to get. We already know we're going to get truth. We already know we're going to get revelation. When we go to church, we already know that. We need to prepare something for the word to give. Tithes and offering is a commandment. Tithes and offering has been ordained by God. That's an ordinance. That's a statute that we must do. But what we're going to do for the prophet? And the prophet shouldn't have to prophesy to you for you to give something. Right? The church been messed up for so long. They've been doing these $100 lines, these $50 lines, these $20 lines, and y'all think y'all can't get prophesied to tell you if you ain't got a checkbook. But if you give the prophet something while the prophet is giving the word, I guarantee you God will move on your behalf. Yes. Now get your money in your hand. Amen. I was just giving y'all something. So when you go back to the church and your pastor preaching his heart out, get up, walk up there while he's preaching and lay something at his feet. And watch God move on your behalf. Oh yeah. Amen. Get up, walk up there, lay something at these prophets' feet. just bless all you all for coming tonight. Amen. Amen. The doors of the church is open tonight. The doors of the church is open tonight.